Hi guys, it is Hazard, and today I am bringing you a review of the AK-5C. Now the reason I am doing this is because a subscriber of mine saw my recon stats and he said, "Hey bro, please just put the recon away for a bit and play with the engineer or the assault or some fully automatic weapons." And so I did. Now, when I have all the sniper rifles unlocked, I feel it is no more use to really use the recon class unless I am unlocking some of the assignment weapons which are released in the DLCs, but I don't have any DLCs yet, so I figured maybe I just should try at the AK-5C, and it is the first carbine unlocked. And despite being the first carbine you ever unlock, it is so damn awesome. I mean, this carbine has some of the best stats that you want in a carbine, and it has some of the lowest recoil and some of the lowest reload speed out of all of the carbines, with the actual lowest or shortest reload time out of any of the carbines, with a bullet or more in the chamber. And these stats make this gun excellent at medium range, as well as a viable option for long range, and despite having a 700 rounds per minute, which is not the fastest in the world, it certainly does some damage in close range as well. Now, because I found this gun so easy to use, my KDs in these two games of the first clip which you saw and the match which I'm currently playing absolutely skyrocketed and cost me 2 MVP ribbons, as well as being targeted as an MVP by the enemy commander, which I thought was really fancy because that has really never happened to me before, and still I'm only ranked like 15 or 16, and that is a pretty nice achievement if you ask me, to be targeted as an MVP by the enemy at such low levels. A fun fact to note is that the AK-5C is a Swedish carbine, and Sweden is the neighboring country of Norway, which I live in, and it is kind of cool to see that Sweden, which I'm really not connecting to a lot of gun manufacturing, although they may actually be producing a lot of guns, is the neighboring country of my country. And that makes me kind of proud to be a Norwegian, although we didn't actually do anything with this gun. Something I noticed after I've been switching over to the AK-5C from the bolt-action sniper rifles was that this gun is really easy to use in the closer areas of the map where the enemies are, and I really felt confident with doing so because the sniper rifles you have to accumulate for bullet drop at long ranges, which wasn't such an issue with this gun because I didn't have to use it at very long ranges, and also with the sniper rifles you'd have to be really accurate to get a kill with them at close range. Needless to say, this wasn't an issue with the AK-5C. At close range I could really utilize the full automatic fire and not bother too much about accuracy. And here you see I'm targeted by the enemy as the MVP. And what I'm telling you now is pretty much the basics of any game, that fully automatic weapons tends to be better at close range, but it is true. And the sniper rifles are not meant for close range, unless it is COD what you're playing. And I could even manage to take out people with burst firing at medium range and short taps at long range. And this is a clip that I actually really enjoy, because although it is not super fast paced, I do manage to almost capture a flag by myself with a little help on my teammates, I think. But the thing is that I am the last squad person alive, so that makes me about the only person on my team capturing this flag at the moment. And here you actually see me getting a triple kill with the MBT Law, and I was really surprised by that because the MBT Law is such a bad rocket launcher. And I'm actually thinking of renaming it to the MBT Lawful, because you know in French we have the L and the apostrophe together, which makes it for the definite article of the word, and thus if I'm calling it the Lawful, it kind of translates to the MBT the Awful, if you get my drift there. Anyways, let's go back to the gun, shall we? For the attachments, I would recommend, for optics, the Cobra sight, the Coyote sight, the Cobra sight, or even the Holo sight. Because this gun, or carbines in general, are designed for close to medium range, these optics are perfect for this to excel. Even at long ranges I do prefer these sights, because on fully automatic weapons it tends to give you a false feeling of added recoil when you're using higher optics, and also your field of view is much better when using the lower optic scopes or sights. For the grips, I would use a stubby/potato grip, or I would use an angled/folding grip. Because this gun is so accurate already, you may think that you don't really need any more grips, and you don't! But the thing is, I really like to have these guns as accurate as possible, and if they can be more accurate, I'll make them more accurate. And for the barrel, I would just recommend a laser sight. At least that's just my preference. Because you could use a heavy barrel on this gun, but really, even though the accuracy bonus is really good, the recoil penalty is just as bad, which makes this gun have more recoil on longer ranges, although its accuracy is improved. If you're wondering about me using the pistol in this clip, it's just because I was close to the service star, and I felt that the XP from the service star would be pretty rewarding for me, as this pistol is about the only pistol that I used, and it could be nice to have some extra XP. Speaking of experience points, although I think the AK-5C has found a special place in my heart for the carbines in Battlefield 4, I'm really looking forward to unlocking the more higher tier carbines, such as the Ace-52 CQB. And I think that the high damage potential of the gun, although it is kind of challenging to use, really makes up for it, and therefore I am looking forward to trying to master the high recoil and the low fire rate together, and maybe become really good with the gun. Because from what I've heard, the gun is excellent in close range and pretty good at medium range as well, and although it doesn't really cater to long range, I'm sure with a little practice we can make that work as well. But that's pretty much it on my AK-5C carbine review. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, as it is greatly appreciated, and this commentary actually took quite a while to make. In my previous video, I got a little bit of constructive criticism because my commentary was boring to listen to, and I actually agree with that. So with all the work that went into making this, I certainly hope that it is more pleasant to listen to. With that said, that concludes my video. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you later, and goodbye.